Got a new puppy. His name is Mo, and he needs a new outfit for the holidays. I'll show you what I'm gonna make coming up. Hey, it's Chanel here, bringing you weekly videos to help you get better and better with your fashion sewing, even fashion for dogs. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on a new video. So we got a new dog, Mo. He's a puppy. He's 7 months old, and he's cute as can be. And he's getting big. He's got some Great Pyrenees in him, so we don't know how big he's gonna get. Although he's smaller than the Great Dane we wanted, so we're good. But what does a dog wear for the holidays? I don't know. I can sew, so this dog should have some outfits, right? I'm too busy making skirts though. But I thought, for the holidays, he needs a little vest. But I'm gonna make this one vest. And I found this holiday reindeer fabric I thought would be really cute for Mo, because I think he likes reindeers. And then I have white velvet. I'm gonna make a collar. So I love dogs and collars. But he's white, so this is about the color white he is. How are we gonna see it? I didn't think about that. Oh well. And I'm gonna line this in red. I was thinking I could make it kind of reversible, but I think this is just gonna be too good. So I found a pattern. I found this one. I've had it in my stash for a while. I don't know if they're still out there. It's $12.39 Simplicity. And looking at this pattern might be good for him. So I did a muslin, and I changed it. I'm actually making it, I always, pattern hack. So I want a vest for him. So I'm turning this into a vest, so I pattern hacked it. I did a muslin for Mo, and it looks like this. I just kind of did some scrappy fabric. It has like the tails, or the vest and the back part, and then the front has, if you can see it, has a vest look also right here. And then I did the white collar. So I had to do some tweaking on it. I was watching, I put it on him and he didn't care. He was running around with it. I just had a safety pin on the bottom, and so he's gonna be good with wearing outfits. That was good. My cats, not so much. Put them on there and they freak out. So you've seen those cat videos where they put it on a cat and they just fall over? That would be my cats. But so I had to tweak this. I had to bring the collar or this body part up, and then the collar. So I didn't do a second muslin. I'm just gonna wing this, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be for the holidays, right? And then I'll perfect it. And then later on, I want to do like a collar with just a vest, because I think that's so cute. But I found all these great buttons in my stash, and I'm gonna put buttons down the front of his chest there. And then even just black. I have to just kind of make it first and see. I also found this frog right here. I thought that would be kind of fun in the front of the collar. So we'll have to see what it is. I don't know. Anyway, gonna get onto the body of this, make it all up. Just needs some Velcro and some buttons in the front. I don't even have to do buttonholes. I just sew them on because we put it over his head. But now that I'm thinking about it, I tightened it up. I don't know if it will fit over his head. I'll get this worked out. I'm gonna cheat and cut these at the same time. It's just this broadcloth fabric. That's pretty straight right there. Put this one over it. Cut it out the same way. It's a dog outfit. You want it to look nice, but it doesn't have to be so accurate as a human one, because they just run around and roll in the dirt anyway. So let's lay this right here, the fold. Got that right there. This is my pattern I drafted off that other one. Fits perfectly in my piece of scrap fabric right here. And then this is cut on the fold. Put a few pins on here and cut this out. Have that piece cut. Now we got to do the velvet collar. And I press this velvet, and I have a crease here to find find the fold. And whenever you press velvet, you have to use a velvet board or nail board so that you don't crush it, or if you put right sides together, it doesn't crush the nap. Okay, and this has to, the goal is to cut, and I cut a piece of interfacing too. goal is, this is the center front here. I would cut 2 at a time here, but velvet's kind of tricky to cut and makes a mess too. It's thick. The piles, there's a nap pile on here, and it's also tricky to sew. You have to, actually I want to make this wider. I'm actually just going to come out a little bit, make this a little bit wider. And then I better mark it on my pattern. Mark about 1/2 inch and blended it to here. Yeah. In case I like it and I want to make more. Cut the next one here. And the naps will be different, but one's right side, one's the other. Right sides together. And I'll just follow this one. I'll put notches on all of these. So I know where the center back is. Okay, I'm going to go interface one side of this. I'm going to press this interfacing. Make it a little crispier. It's pretty thin interfacing, but yeah. Okay, I'm going to go press that. First step is going to be to build the collar. I have this interfaced piece. I interfaced that. It turned out really nice. With a light interfacing, or just a lightweight Pellon one. And then I have notches here. I have to sew the outside of it. And velvet, you have to put a ton of pins in it, and actually sometimes it's best to sew over the pins in this case, because this just slips and moves all around while you're trying to sew. I'm just going to pin this all the way around. Make sure it's all matched up. It'll probably be a struggle. I have a video on how to sew with velvet, and see, look, even with the interfacing part, this one's growing, so it has a lot of pointers on velvet if you happen to make a velvet collar. But this would be just really cute in white cotton maquets, really crisp white. If it stays white on a dog would be good. And now I got to make sure I have my pivot points right here, right? I think I'm going to do a 1/2 inch seam allowance on these here, so that when I'm sewing this way 1/2 inch, this is my pivot point. Whenever you have a pivot, if you mark it first, it really helps, where you got to put the needle down and then pivot that way. So 1/2 inch. Just put a couple more marks here. And this I'll use the seam guide here, and then I'm going to get the 1/2 inch mark here. Like that. These are those friction pens that iron off. Like that. So I'll just start up here, sew to here, and pivot and go 1/2 inch all the way around, and then turn it inside out. Okay, well, that didn't go too bad. I had to sew over pins. I heard the needle hit it a few times. I was like, oh boy, I have to do a new needle. So now I'm going to clip the corners. Really, I kind of reinforce the edges of that. Really close to there, so I get a sharp point. And then I'll clip the curves on all this. The good thing about this collar is you get to leave that whole opening, because if you're self-lining, if you're lining the whole thing, which I am with that red, it just will enclose it. I think that's how it will work. All right, got that, and now I just have to turn this right sides together. I like these clippers. I have these on my website too. They're clippers by Fisker. Really sharp, actually. Probably shouldn't do that, but I got it really poked out, so it's really sharp right there. I like the sharp edges on a collar. What I do is I put my finger all the way in there, and then I take it this way and then flip it right there, and then my finger just pushes it right through. And my classes, my students really have a hard time pressing stuff inside out, or getting points out. Pressing it, how do you say it? Pressing. Pressing is actually more important than many other things. So pressing and sewing is really how you get professional results. That's what I'm always telling my students. So now I'm going to go and press this whole thing with the Vela board. This is what a Vela board looks like. This has been eaten up by black. I've had this for probably 30 years. I used to do a lot of velvet. And what I'll do is I'll press this like that and then steam over here. I'll put a press cloth over it and steam it and then let it get nicely pressed. And then I want to make sure the side that's going to poke up is going to be on this side, because this will probably get crushed a little bit. Okay, how you want to press these is, so I want this side to be on the right side that pokes up, and just make sure those seams are really flat right there. And I'm going to put a press cloth over this. It's on the Vela board here. I'm just going to steam it right here and lightly touch it, and then push it down that way. And then let it cool under there. It should get pressed pretty well, nice and flat, like that. And the Vela board keeps it from getting crushed if you're doing a velvet collar. All right, have the collar nice and pressed. This one's got a little bit of wrinkles in it, so I'm going to go with this side up. And I want this side to be up, so when it turns in this way, it's here. And I don't have a center back mark here, but I can tell by where the crease is at. I'm just going to be basting this collar on. I think it probably is 1/2 inch over here, and then a little, it's about 1 inch I think over there. I didn't mark that on the pattern. I'm going to guess right there. Yep. I'll just pin this on here and go and baste it on, and then I can sew the lining all together. Okay, got that basted on there, and oh boy, did that slip all over the place. Whose idea was velvet? Actually, I found the velvet in my little holiday box, so I thought, let's just do velvet. But look how cute it's going to be. Oh my gosh. All right, so now I have this. You can see the little puckers in there because it was slipping, like one layer was slipping the other side. Oh my gosh. So, clip all the threads. Now, I have to basically turn this all, sew this all right sides together like this, the whole thing around. And I got to think about where I'm going to leave an opening, because I got to turn it all inside out. That is my main problem right now. I'm not even sure. I like to mark where center backs are. Have this all pinned, and I've decided to leave it open here, probably right about here through here, right there. So I think that'll be the easiest spot, and that's the side that goes underneath him, so I can just hand stitch it. And when I get through, this doesn't have to be real accurate, these pivot points, but this has to be really accurate. So I'm going to do a 1/2 inch pivot points here on the tail. I want it to be really sharp, so I just mark it 1/2 inch, and where that intersects, that's my pivot point where I put the needle. And even right here, I really want this to be really accurate, so I'm going to do 1/2 inch here, and I can actually see where that fold is. So it's actually going to go up. So it's actually up that way, it's like 5/8 there. And where else do I have pivot points in the front? I have right there, okay? And then these are, I'll just pivot right here. And then I have pivot points in the front vest here. This, and I actually have it right here. Just do a mark, an accurate 1/2 inch, and an accurate 1/2 inch here. Take these pins out, accurate 1/2 inch there. And then I'm going to go 1/2 inch in a curve like this. So then I can see my pivot points are right here, here, and here. sometimes just putting a lot of pins here to keep it straight, not in the way, it's going to be good. And then I need 1/2 inch here. And this one doesn't have to be so accurate, but that's not 1/2 inch. So sometimes I guess right, sometimes I don't. Okay, then I have to mark the rest of these, and then I'm going to go and sew it. And that was a long way around all that. Wow. So I have all that stitched, and now I've got to clip the curves. I also reinforced it on especially the back ones right here, because I'm going to put a clip really close to that little part there, and then I'm going to trim the seams here. I also have a video out on trimming and grading seams. It's a couple of years old, and it's only a few minutes long, and it really helps to tell like when to know to do this. There's also a video on clipping curves. It's actually all the magic in making your garments turn right side out the right way and everything. That's where I got the opening, and I have clipping curves here, trimming this part. I didn't reinforce that. Oh no, just don't push it through. And then there, and there's the collar part, trim that. This collar, make sure I don't have anything caught. Looks pretty good. I got a little fudge in there, but I think it'll be fine. And I'm gonna clip through all these. That's why I love these shears. They go right through it, sharp. This, I'll put a link below for these, because I could not find these. I had somebody donate them to my school, one of the pairs, and I just found them. I stumbled across them on Amazon, and turns out they're pruning shears. That's why I couldn't find them in the sewing tools. They're actually for plants. Go figure. All right, so I got this, and then the bottom part right here. Let's made that a little longer because in case he grows. So I'm sure he's going to. It's only 7 months old. He might really grow a lot. Okay, now I'm actually going to clip these two right here. This is where I got to turn it inside out, but not too far in, just because I'm going to have to roll it inside out when I go to sew it. There we go. So that really helps release the curves. Okay, now I have to pull it through here. I'll start with the longest end. Sure hope I did this right. Turn it inside. When you're sewing, there's always a lot of turning stuff inside out, you know? So right sides together, that's the concept of it. I love my plastic chopsticks, because then I'm going to use that to get all these points out. There's a lot of them in here. I'm very anxious to see how this is looking. Let's see, it goes like that. There's his little jacket so far. That's so cute. Okay, now I'm going to get the points out. Let's see. There's the vest part. That one. All of that. And what is this part? This is the front of the vest. All those little parts. And the collar part, which is a 1 inch extension. Past, because it has to get closed up. Okay, it's starting to look like a vest. And then there's that. Dog costumes are really kind of strange how they got to fit around their bodies. This is the under part where it velcros closed. Okay, there's that half. So the clips really are helping it do that. Get the other half, and then really got to get my points really good. I'll have to get in there with the chopstick, and I'm going to go press this, and then I can close this up and finish it up. Okay, have it all pressed. Came out really nice. And then the opening part here, I just pressed it, these parts down, and then I'm just going to go and sew right there, because that's the part that goes under him. goes like that. Just sew close to the edge, and then the large opening helped me get it all turned inside out. This is how nice it looks with the peaks on there. And then I got to put Velcro on these parts because they go under him, but this is a part I don't know how big. I'm gonna have to try it on him here. I'm just gonna put a couple strips of Velcro there, and then the front of it is right here. I'm gonna actually just stitch this down because this goes over his head here. I don't know if the whole thing will fit there, if I should leave an opening and then Velcro it. It might be a little easier, so I'll put a little piece of Velcro here and a little here. And the car just backfired. Hope that was a backfire. And I'm just gonna actually stitch this 1/2 inch over, and then I had all these buttons here, which I just love these. I think they'd be funny, but if he chewed these off, that would be bad. I don't think he'll be able to get to it, but you never know with the dog. But I love the black buttons actually because they really pop out right there. So I think I'm gonna go with the black buttons. These are the back of a button. Somebody donated the school a big bag of these buttons, and I've been using them as black buttons the whole time. I love them. We use them all the time here. So I'm just gonna do 3 like that and make it look like a little vest in the front. That's so cute. I'm trying to think if I could, I have a pom-pom right here. I think I'm gonna put a big red pom-pom right here. I have this thing of pom-poms. He won't know. I'll just put this on the end. The end of this right here. Can always take it. Oh, he'll probably chew it off. Yeah, he'll probably find a way. But all right, I'm going to stitch this. Stitch the opening closed, and then I'm going to stitch this closed here, and leave a little opening there. Just go about 1/2 inch over, and just stitch it. And then I'm going to leave a little part of this open so that it kind of flaps open, so it looks like it's I'll just sew, I guess, with red thread right here, and I'll just hand sew these buttons on, but I'm not going to do it until I try it on him. And yeah, I'm gonna machine stitch this Velcro on it too, because it's machine stitch Velcro is much easier. I think I'll go a long way right here, yeah, and do the soft side here, and then there, and then that'll be easier to get it on him in case he's resisting. Okay, stitch all these parts, then I can try it on him. Okay, I think I'm gonna guess on the Velcro. He has a skinny little chest actually, so but he is getting bigger, so I want it to fit this holiday. What are you gonna do? So I put Velcro right about here. I had estimated the center about here, so I just did longer strips. I put one loop side and one soft side so that it's easier when I get on. One doesn't catch the other, and I could just hit it like that, and then I can get it on because he doesn't stay put very long. So I'm gonna go and sew these down, and if I have to lift them off, oh well. Okay, gonna just sew on these buttons right here. Looks like a big Dr. Seuss outfit. It's got that sewn there, and I'll just do, with the dog, I guess I'm gonna have to sew this pretty securely. So I just have to sew these on. Oh, should use a thicker thread. Because you know dogs, but although it's under his chin, so he may not be able to get to it. That's a good thing. So he's likes to chew stuff, although he's a big paper chewer. Hasn't gone after any clothes so far, or shoes, thank God. Oh my gosh. So hopefully he doesn't, I don't know, but he does tear off a lot of eyes and stuff of the toys, so he'll think that's what this is. Maybe I should hot glue gun these. Well, he'll probably still chew it off. Might be an idea. I should have brought him to work today. There you have it. A little vest jacket. A little vest in the front and the back has a little vest, and I pinned a little pom-pom on there. Give him a little tail. It's so cute. So So now I gotta go try it on him, and hopefully it fits perfect. If not, just a couple little tweaks, and he is ready for Christmas. I'll be sure to put a picture of Mo in his outfit at the end of this video, and I can trace the pattern for you right here and put it as a PDF and put a link down below. If you have a dog who's around 50 pounds, I guess Mo's about 50 now, and other than that, you can adjust it to make it larger or smaller, and make a cute little vest jacket yourself. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.